Rub them out. You can do it. Rub it out. We did it last week.
Save it for the show, bro.
You don't get the full flavor until you rub it out.
That's what she said.
Starting already.
It's true story.
It's recording, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. All right, let's do this.
Cheers, guys.
Welcome to the BlabberMalt Show with your hosts, Dave and Matthias, two guys that blabber incessantly about beer, brewing, and bullcrap. Stick around while they brew up another tasty episode.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, man, we're hitting the ground running tonight.
Boom.
Episode 77, BlabberMalt Show, September 24th, 2024.
Yeah.
Let's get after it. We got Kim and Chris here from Cleveland Beer Week.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
Let's go, Beer Week.
Yeah, we're excited to have them. And today is Ohio Pint Day. Look at this.
If you haven't got
Got
one of
some
these snazzy glasses, just look online. Everybody's posting that they have these or not. Get out and get one today. Support the Ohio Craft Beer, right?
OCBA.
Brewers Association. Ohio
Yeah,
Craft Beers
Craft
Association.
Brewers
Yeah.
Yeah. Make
Just
Mary
read my
McDonald
Facebook
happy.
post.
She'll
Yeah.
be very happy.
We love you, Mary.
Like a happy Mary.
Before we get too far in there, don't forget to like and subscribe. We do a live show at 7 p.m. every Tuesday, Facebook and YouTube, and we talk about all the beer, brewing, and bull crap.
Yeah, we're also going live as well on Northeast Ohio Craft
Yep.
Brewer News tonight.
We sure are. Hi, guys. What's up?
What's up, everybody? Also, check out our Beacons link.
Yeah, Beacon's Link. You can get our swag at the Printify shop. Get
Yep.
some pint glasses, which we still have our hops in from Auburn Acres. They still
Pint
smell.
glasses, coffee
pretty
cups, hats,
We got hoodies, all that stuff.
all that jazz.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So like, subscribe. Also go over to Spotify, and wherever you get podcasts, you can listen to the audio or the video on Spotify. And like us there. Give us a rating too.
Ooh.
5 stars.
Got to be 5.
Got to be 5 stars.
1.25 stars.
1.25
on Spotify,
stars.
Tommy.
There we go, Tom. That's for you.
Got to get it in early. Also, listen, Dave, you've been killing it on the reels recently.
Yeah, you know what? I signed up for a free trial for a site that has AI. You just upload your video. It combs through. It says, what do you want? I want something funny, banter between the guests, and it kicks out like 20, possibilities. And they're funny. And you can edit them a little bit, move around the camera. Very cool. Saves a ton of time.
Yeah, so
AI's making your beer.
Yeah.
it's fine. Like you missed a conversation where Chris is saying we need to rub the hops out.
Yeah.
Kim's taking
AI can never rub hops out. Only we can.
That's true.
rub it out. Kim's dropping
let's mark that.
nudes.
Yeah. Sending nudes. You got to send nudes to Kim.
Send nudes.
Yeah.
Beer Week nudes. Nude. That's
That'll
it.
sell tickets, right?
So, it better. Push that button. We're getting that one on there. Let's go.
All right.
It's time to mash in.
So like we said, we have Cleveland Beer Week here. Kim and Chris are going to tell us everything that's going on with their organization. And we're coming up on the actual beer week, So that's pretty exciting. Before we do that, we're going to do a little weekend roundup.
Yeah, man.
What did you get into?
Well, this week, saw on Facebook, I took my son, Max, down to Cincinnati for an official game visit.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
That was Saturday?
It was Saturday. So Friday night, we had a really cool game here in Avon. We were up against, we're 4-0. We're playing 4-0 Ridgeville. And if you didn't read the papers, the Plain Dealer put a little ad out that said, be careful trash talking because they'll have the last word.
Yeah.
And they definitely did. We had a great game on Friday. Saturday, we got up really, really early. Headed down to Cincinnati for his first Big 12 game day visit. So
nice. How did that go?
Wonderful, man.
What do you think of the campus? And,
Cincy's fantastic.
Yeah.
Who did they play?
Houston.
Oh yeah, and they won.
Spanked them. 31-0, right?
Yeah, my son graduated from UC last year.
Yeah,
Loved it. Great campus, great school.
Yeah, great campus. My brother and his wife went to UC. My cousin went to UC, played football there. My other cousins in the band there. We got there, and the shuttle, we had to park where they put the recruits. The shuttle took us to the drop-off point. They picked us up in a golf cart, right? And we're driving us around the campus, and we head up to the stadium. And we drove. She's like, okay, hold on a second. I'm going to drive through the band. And of course, our cousin plays in the band, so we're driving to the band. And I'm like, you need to stop. He's right there. So we got out, took a picture with him and the band right before we went into the stadium, which is really cool. So we got that opportunity to do that, and the game was wonderful. We were in the locker room. We were on the field. We were just a little bit everywhere. So really cool experience for him. Of course, being a dad, it's fun to see
just
those on the other side too. Yeah,
He's
I
really
went through it when I was
enjoying
young, and it's kind of fun to watch him do his thing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great. Yeah,
that's what I did this weekend. Man.
Nice.
Sunday went to the Browns game.
Did you?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't usually do that. Yeah.
Probably wish you didn't, but
It was crazy, but it was a good time with my other twin, Mason. Just two of us to get out and go around, and it really wasn't about the game because it was terrible, but it's fun to hang out with him.
yeah,
We didn't we just parked and went to the game late and did our thing. But
Yeah, isn't it unfortunate that the best part of Browns games tend to be either before, but mostly before, and
Mostly
hardly
before.
ever after?
Tailgate.
tailgate before.
Yeah, just tailgate before. You're like, yeah, we went to Pittsburgh last year, and it was a great experience up until the game started. And then Nick Chubb got his leg broken, and we lost miserably, and that was that. Anyway, moving on.
Do you know somewhere on some 4th Street that you can pregame?
Oh, on 4th Street? Yeah, you can pregame at Butcher and the Brewer.
Yeah, right there, Butcher and the Brewer. If you're downtown, get on 4th Street. Butcher and the Brewer's right there. Before any of your downtown events.
This is correct.
If you guys
I
don't
think the
know,
Guardians are going to be in the playoffs here very shortly,
Even better, it's right across the street.
and they know how to win.
Boom. So we're going to talk more about Butcher as we go along. Dave, what was your weekend like, buddy?
well, got a little passport action done. Cleveland
Ooh.
Beer passport.
Plowed on the passport? Is that
Plowed on the passport. Yeah,
working
Yeah,
on
we've been
these
working
things?
on those, yeah. That was on top of your
Blasted
head.
on the beach,
Yeah, so it
wrecked
was
on the deck.
my wife's birthday last week, and our
Anniversary.
So we're like, yeah, we're going to go out and have some fun. And we did Far East Side. So we started at 8th Day, worked our way over to Bum and Beaver, Pompatus, and Crooked Pecker.
You hit up the Pecker again.
Yeah.
It was the birthday weekend.
Yeah, I knew the Pecker was going to be bad because
Is it crooked already?
It was crooked, and
Because those guys are bad.
AI.
Cheers to that.
Zero in on that, yeah. But we met this guy at the bar who he didn't work there, but he knew all about the hops. So we're just talking to him. Matt was his name. If he's watching, Matt, thanks for the tips on those beers. So and the bartender was, hey, try this one, and this one's not out yet. But so we're getting all kinds of samples and getting tore up. I'm like, got a long drive. Gotta
Pickled
wrap
at
this
the
up.
Pecker.
Pickled at the Pecker.
I'm coming. This is
Pickled.
great.
I like it.
I know we're coming to a whole bunch of them today. Write that down.
Nice.
That's fun. I think we should sing happy birthday to you because we missed it last week. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Turn my mic
Happy
right down.
birthday, dear Denise. Happy birthday to you. And happy anniversary to both you guys.
Yes.
Yay,
Happy
thank
anniversary.
you.
Woo! Party on. Nice job, guys.
Yes. What about you guys? Exciting
What?
weekend activities?
This weekend?
Past
Just
weekend?
past weekend.
Oh.
Brewing?
Working.
Work.
Tell us all the deets.
Actually, I gave up my tickets for that Browns game because we had a fundraiser for one of my ex-bartenders from the Tremont Tap House.
Oh,
I'm not allowed to talk about the Tremont Tap House because everybody asks me when the goddamn thing's going to open.
that doesn't happen.
It might open someday next year.
People
anyway,
never post
regardless,
online.
I went to a fundraiser for one of my old bartenders who has cancer, and she's actually doing very well, and it was a great fundraiser, and I was very happy to not be at the stadium. So I don't know what else I don't know. The weekend, yeah, I think I did that. And some other
Why do I do things? I don't remember them.
Sometimes I just don't remember,
Yeah.
but that was Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Saturday I had my 8th grade 40th reunion.
Ooh.
Whoa.
The class of 1984 from St. Mark's, the Lions from West Park. Woo! Anyway, yeah, it was interesting. I saw some people I haven't seen in forever, and they all looked kind of the same. Anyway, it's one of those things that you walk in and you're like, Wait.
I know you.
From 40 years ago, man. That's
Yeah.
that's intense.
Well, some of them I probably haven't seen in 40 years, and others I see all the time because West Park and Cleveland are a small place.
Sure.
We're still good friends with a lot of people. But people flew in from out of town as far as Idaho. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
That is really neat.
Nice.
Yeah, that was my week. I worked on Friday, so at the Butcher and the Brewer.
You didn't know.
Get there. Kim, what about you?
I worked a lot.
Yeah.
We had a run for Lakeview Cemetery this weekend. That's my full-time job. So I had packet pickup on Friday and packet pickup Saturday morning and was at work at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning. But I also went to the fundraiser, which was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It was good to hang out with people and see people I hadn't seen in a while. And then I had my 10-year wedding anniversary on Saturday night.
Oh,
Happy
congratulations.
anniversary to you, too.
Yay. Oh,
That's awesome. So you don't ever get away from planning events.
No.
That's your day job.
It's my all
my
job,
goodness.
yes. Just
So-
all the time.
Looking forward to hearing about some of these crazy events that are coming up for Cleveland Beer Week. But I want to kind of touch base with something with you, Chris. I got to share this. This is something that I probably shouldn't because social media
It's
is
fine.
bad.
It can be.
It's just like, no, it's always bad. Social media is the same as Untapped, right, Tommy?
Oh yeah.
I say that because Tom is a wonderful Untapped rating.
He's a shit
I'm
poster.
not the only one.
Untapped.
Last week we had, who we have here last week, Tom? Who was here in our studio last week?
Was Auburn last week. But
Okay, 2 weeks ago.
Zach.
Zach from Laughing
Oh, yeah.
Bomb. And Tom got in a small argument over Untapped. It was the best night of my life. Not going to lie to you. So
Matthias is just eating his popcorn and watching.
it was wonderful.
The funny thing is, I have an Untapped account, and I remember I started it at the Tap House a long time ago. Anyway, and I think I might have reviewed 25 beers, and then I realized, and again, I'm different. Everybody's different. I'm not judging, but I was like, I'm spending too much time reviewing this stupid beer, and I just need to drink more beer. So I pretty much probably haven't reviewed a beer in 10 years.
Or you
Yeah.
find out these are your friends and you probably should just not say anything.
Well, no, those beers I just skip right over because I'm like, whoa, no, I don't want. Yeah,
There's a whole long
you don't
story.
go there.
If you want to hear about Tom's Untapped rating, just watch any of our shows. We talk about it all the time. But in light of this conversation that you said about Tap House, because it's currently closed,
correct.
and we're working very diligently on moving to Lorraine. We've been working on it for a long time. It was supposed to have been in May. A lot of things happened, including our contractor got in an accident and just stuff, right?
Right.
I got a post today on Avon's page that said, for a really beautiful food picture, sure would like to see that food make its way towards the shipyards. There's 150 homes waiting, right? Great. I said, this happens all the time. So today I said, tongue in cheek, lovingly, we actually want to be there more than you do, if you can believe it. The response was,
Yeah.
I guess, as a community partner, as this is a collective arrangement down there, everyone would really like an update. It's been stagnant for quite a while.
It has not been stagnant.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a cash call for all of our partners down there. That's it. Right? If you're my
Sorry, guys.
collective partners, we're going to do a cash call and we're going to work this thing out together. So
Yeah.
I love you. We can't wait to come down there. We're going to serve you all the time, brother. I'm just messing. We want to be there. We really do. So I feel your pain, man. It's literally 25, 30 messages a day.
You went to New York to get supplies. I think you really want to be there.
You saw that.
I
Yeah.
did, and I
See?
remembered.
Social media.
So
It's good and it's bad. All right, let's roll.
It's time for the Vorloff.
All right. So, as we said, we have Cleveland Beer Week here. Kim and Chris, we're going to grill them on everything Cleveland Beer Week.
Yeah.
So, let's get after it, guys.
Yeah, let's start with how people can get a hold of you, like talk about social media. Like where do people find you? Like on social media?
We are on Facebook
Yep.
and we are on Instagram. So those are the two best ways.
And that's
Facebook
just
probably
Cleveland
more
Beer Week?
than others because there's actually the full event listings.
Gotcha.
We also have our own website, clevelandbeerweek.org, which has our events and also a community calendar where other bars and breweries can put things on there too.
Yeah. That's awesome. So all things Cleveland Beer Week are online. and clevelandbeerweek.org. Make sure you find that .org. And I've seen the page. It's beautiful.
Yes.
You have a calendar of all your events. There you go. Search it. It's easy.
It
Cleveland
sure
Beer
is.
Week.
Yeah. So
Comes right up.
let's talk about the beer. We're drinking some of my beer here tonight.
We are right now.
I have the IPA. I think you guys have the IPA as well.
IPA as well.
I'm drinking the brand new one. What is this?
This is the Marzen. I'm calling it a Marzen. It's not really. I use the ale yeast, but
It's a freshie, though.
it is a freshie. It's not really carved all the way, but by this weekend it'll be for the party. Oktoberfest 24 people coming at you, Marblehead.
Yep.
Cameron, are you watching or Carmen?
Where is this Marblehead?
It's up in Marblehead.
Hey, do me a
Near
favor.
Catawba.
Getting
We
drunk
grabbed the
on the
basic
dock.
witch out of there. It's one of those
Ooh.
cans.
So we're gonna drink some butcher beer tonight too. So we're gonna talk about butcher.
So okay,
and
I'm
brewer.
sorry.
Yeah.
Where we got in Marblehead? Because I have a trailer up there and I want to
Yeah, this is it's gravel bar.
trailer trash.
Yeah,
I didn't say it.
Oh, East
right on
Harbor.
East Harbor. Yeah.
All right.
I didn't say that, by
Right
the
here.
way.
No,
Trailer
I
trash.
used to be at East Harbor at Harbor's Edge, but I moved from Harbor's Edge and now I'm over on the Bay side. So anyway,
Okay, South Side.
the South side.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You're a Southie.
I'm a Southie.
Jeez.
I'm on the Bay. I'm not on the lake, people.
We know friends down there.
Yeah.
Some
There's
good-
a lot of catfish in that bay.
Yeah.
Catfish. If in case you didn't know, Sandusky Bay is probably the #1 catfish water in the country, as
Really?
far as not river water, but yeah, it's huge.
Are you a fisherman?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just got back from Montana.
Oh,
trying
fly
to catch
fishing.
some. Yep, fly. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people do fly fish. So. I fly fish. I just didn't fly fish that well this time. I caught fish. I didn't catch a lot of fish, but anyway,
It's still fun.
it's a
Out
blast.
there,
Oh, it's
yeah.
beautiful. West Yellowstone, just below Ennis and Cameron. Idaho's right there. It's just gorgeous country, and you're on the Madison River. And I mean, if you can't catch fish there, you can't catch fish.
Yeah.
Did you catch fish?
I caught fish.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
should have caught more fish,
But you still caught fish.
but I still caught fish.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you keep them all? Did you?
No, I mean
Catch and
pretty
release?
much. It's pretty much catch and release out there.
Did you go to any breweries?
I did not go to any
What?
breweries. Oh, here we go.
What? No way.
I did not. What do we have here? Oh, Basic Witch.
Nice.
Yes.
So let's talk about this beer. We have a couple to try tonight, right? So this is important. Talk about Butcher and the Brewer before we get into the next question.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry to hijack this thing.
No, it's not. This is what we're doing.
Hmm.
We're here for a whole
Stop
45 more minutes. Let's go.
Not surprised.
So this
at
is
all.
Basic Witch. We do it every year. It's our pumpkin spice latte stout.
Smell it.
Yeah, I did do a crowler. I don't know. Carbonation's a little low on it right now, but
Oh man.
it comes out pretty well at the brewery.
We got to get this on the. We have a pumpkin beer
Ooh.
tasting coming up, and we got to get some of this. On
You
there.
guys come back for a pumpkin ale tasting. It's gonna be. It's
I saw
pretty
that.
wicked.
I saw that on the yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It's on the notes for next week, right?
Yep, yeah.
I saw that.
You should come back.
I didn't bring
We'll
the
talk
other
more
pumpkin
things
one
about.
because we had it used to be called Gordy, and we changed the name to Field of Screams. And we have. I
Ooh.
wish I would have. I
love it.
Oh yeah.
That's
I wish I
great.
would have brought the new logos. That's just our generic ones. Yeah.
It's not generic. It's
Well,
a
no, that's
beautiful
our,
hog.
our crawler. Yeah, that's the hop hog.
That's what
I mean,
she
but-
said.
yeah.
Beautiful hog.
Beautiful hog.
Right there.
Nice hog.
Nice hog.
Yeah. Too bad it's so small. Anyway,
Oh wait.
yeah, this is our pumpkin spice latte. It's called a Basic Witch, and it's on draft now at Butcher and the Brewer, along with Field of Screams. So there's our seasonals, and I know we're a little late in the game, but I don't believe in seasonal creep. It really pisses me off, to be honest.
Is it
But
late in the game? It is 9:24.
No. I mean, it's late in the game because, yeah, everybody
Everybody
put
has theirs
pumpkin-
out.
They come out in
they're
August.
I
They're
know.
putting pumpkin beers out in July.
I think ours
I
came
mean,
out a
I
week and a
think-
half
I
ago
think
because we
next
had
week-
to.
Yeah.
How far does it really go backwards? That's what I want to know.
Well, you ask your distributors; they'll tell you. Yes, yeah, you have one now with albino baby.
Oh, yeah. That
Getting
beer.
that out there, right?
The
that
albino
that
stout.
beer.
Yeah, that beer. Albino Stout. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's like
I don't know if
talking
you've ever
about-
heard of it.
It's
but
like talking about the Tremont Tap House. Yes, I know about it. It's Okay, so full disclosure. I drink about
7 days a week.
12 albinos a year. I'm not going to be lying here. It's not my favorite beer. But guess what?
Salacious.
Everybody loves it, and I love that you guys love it. It is solid. I did have one up at Red's Lake House over there on Marblehead.
Yeah.
Yes. They take good care of us. They have it on draft nitro all the time. So I was there with my brother, and I'm like, you know what, we have to drink. We're here. So yeah, and then I made a stupid video and put it on social media. But anyway, yeah, albino stout, drink it. Everybody loves it. I'm just kidding. I love it too. But that's that. I still like it.
It's got to be.
I had a couple Sunday.
It's got to be pretty good on nitro.
Oh, it actually
Yeah.
is really nice on nitro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good on nitro.
Man, I got to get down there. We're up at Marblehead all the time. So.
Oh yeah, Reds has it all the time. Yeah, the owners are good friends of mine, and they take good care of me. And if you're at Reds, look at the lineup. It's mostly Cleveland beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug Pekovic, also with Mabel's and Flannery's. That's his place, and he did a wonderful job. I know that building was a pizza shop for a while. It was always empty because I've been going up Marblehead forever. I have lots of friends on Johnson's Island, and it was always kind of like, eh. And then he bought it and transformed it, and it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So you get a chance, I'm pimping them out. Go to Reds.
You just
Nice.
did pimp them out.
There you go.
I think I did.
There you go.
Place for us to go up in Marblehead, buddy.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
So when we talk about Cleveland Beer Week, and before we even opened up the brewery, starting in 2015, 2016, we attended Cleveland Beer Week events, right? I mean, downtown, mainly at the time, it was downtown. There were some really cool events, a couple bar crawls, but a couple big events, right? And doing some research on the show and also working with you now and coming to all events we possibly can. Cleveland Beer Week has expanded their horizons. They're working to be a little bit more present in today's world across the board. Can we talk about some of the beginnings of that? Like, I think founded in 2009. Can we discuss how that started? Were you around then at the time? So let's talk about it.
I was not, but I obviously got the whole pitch when I took over the job of being the coordinator of Cleveland Beer Week. So apparently it was John Lane from Winking Lizard and Ed Tompkins from Heinen's and Sean Heiss from Heidelberg. And they were having a beer at Winking Lizard, and they were sitting there talking about this new craft beer thing coming about and how nobody knew what it was. And let's figure out a way to make it more visible. And they wanted to represent all of the, they call it their three legs of the stool. So they had the on-premise liquor permit, a retail liquor, permit holder, and then, a distributor. So they figured they kind of represented all of the sides that were going to, profit off of this.
Sure.
And I mean, how many breweries were around in 2009? I don't even know.
10?
Off the top of my head. Yeah, I mean,
9
especially in
or less?
Ohio. I mean, how many? In Cleveland?
Maybe less.
I mean, there was Great Lakes. Was there Western Reserve at that time? Crooked
In 09,
River?
Crooked River, Black
River.
Box, maybe Black Box.
Rock Bottom.
Maybe. Rock Bottom.
Rock
Yeah,
Bottom.
Rock Bottom.
Oh, I used to go.
I worked at Rock Bottom. I was the best server ever. Anyway.
So that is kind of the confusion that
I
we've
didn't
dealt
tip
with
them when I
over
was
time. Everyone says like, oh, it's all about Cleveland beer. And it's never just been about Cleveland beer. It's about craft beer.
Yep.
But celebrating it in Cleveland and letting people try all these new flavors and try new beers and giving people a chance to have like 20 at once so they can, when they go into the grocery store, they're not overwhelmed and they kind of have had a taste of something that they might like. And that was the premise back in the day.
Now, talking about Cleveland Beer Week in general, right? There was a reason why it was created. It wasn't just to promote craft beer in Cleveland, right? There is a really cool foundation attached to this, right?
True. There's a big charitable component to
Sure.
Cleveland Beer Week. So
Well, let's talk about that. To spend all the time. This is really important because I think that people who hear Cleveland Beer Week, even today, as it kind of sits now at how many years are we at now?
16?
16 years.
16.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Right? And so as we want to continue to refresh this idea and bring more people onto these events, not less, more, it isn't just you and everybody else involved throwing an event for, let's just say, Lagerland, right? Mm-hmm. There's way more behind that. And I want everybody out there, not only on our page but also at the NEOCBN, what's it all about? Because it really means something. There's a reason why there's a board. There's a reason why you guys are involved. Let's expound, really take some time to talk about that and what that looks like.
Okay, I'll start it off. I mean, it really was all of the money raised in Cleveland Beer Week from the events was given away to a charity. And they started with the Malone Scholarship Fund, which helps deserving students in the Cleveland area. They have to meet criterias. They have to, and then they get chosen, and then they get these scholarships, and it helps them get through college. They're not huge scholarships all the time, but Jimmy Malone took the time. He actually mentors every single child. He meets with them for pizza. He takes them for breakfast. He finds them business partners in the community that will help mentor them and make good decisions. They try to teach them how to make solid decisions about what college they're going to go to. Like, you're not going to go to Harvard on your $3,000 scholarship, but maybe we can get you through your preliminary classes at Tri-C, and then you can maybe get more scholarships and establish this base and get started. So it gives people...
And then they can go to UC. Oh.
Exactly. They can go to UC.
Right on.
Hey,
Wow. There we go.
UC.
Bearcats. Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, so
It's
that
his
was
fault.
the premise. I don't actually remember how they got involved with Jimmy Malone, but
Yep.
we've supported them for a long time, and he's been very supportive back to us.
So I didn't even know that. I've come to all the meetings as much as I possibly can, and been to all your events. Didn't know that Jimmy met with all of the kids, and I think that's really important for everybody out there to know that the proceeds of these events, they go to a really scholarship fund.
Yeah.
And it's really important for that, right? How much money do you think we've given away so far?
For Jimmy Malone, we've given, I think it's about $208,000.
Are you kidding me?
Over the course of the
That's
time.
great.
You guys heard that, right? $208,000 in scholarship money for me participating in Cleveland Beer Week events.
See, drinking beer does good, people.
Right. So come out and drink more beer.
Drink
Let's
more
give
beer.
away more money.
I think,
Help these
I think
kids.
that's what we need to focus
Think
on.
of the
right?
kids.
Is that tie to, again, we're just kind of just knocking off the wall here of what we can do to really promote what this is. Because I know that, again, craft beer is different now than it was 16 years ago. It's everywhere, right? Everybody promotes their own stuff. There's a bunch of distributors that are out there. There are 40 breweries in Cleveland alone. Let alone expanding that region to our far west side. Now the Medina, which are 8 or 9, right? Lorraine County has 11. Now I'm also a part of the breweries on the far east side, right? And there's more of them opening up, right? So generating opportunities, and everybody's running their own events now, right? So we have events, everybody's events. Oktoberfest events are all over the place. Everybody's holding their own now.
Right.
Everybody's holding. Fort Paul's had this really great in your same area, right? Of the beer event, had wonderful corn maze beer fests, right? Which were really fun, and they generate a lot of interest and fun for people. But I really think at the end of the day, people would be more willing to show up to these events if we really talked about right now the fact that over the course of that time, just for the Jimmy Malone Fund, right, mm-hmm. $208 and some $1,000 have gone to help people in our area go to school, mm-hmm. and he's mentored every one of them. So your money for these events is going to a specific place for a specific purpose, mm-hmm. and it means something. So you hear that. I hope that gets on one of those reels and we kind of just roll through that, because it's really important for everybody to know that, because there's a lot of time and energy put into these events. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes.
So,
And not just kids. You guys are also helping dogs get rescued.
Yes.
I understand.
so it's not just one Jimmy Malone Fund. What else is happening?
Well,
Yeah. Oh,
go ahead. No, I mean, it started out, yes, but then as we transitioned a little bit and thought about, hey, maybe we should expand our, I can't say that word, philanthropic. Anyway,
Philanthropic.
Yeah.
thank
You
you,
got it.
philanthropic.
Very nice.
I work for
endeavors that maybe, I mean, and Jimmy was cool with this, because we kind of did talk to him, like, hey, Jimmy, is this going to be okay? I mean, because he's been such a great partner and he is such a good guy. I mean, he's amazing. I've loved working with him since I took over Beer Week. But so now we worked with a dog shelter last year, and we're working on another one this year, which is
We're with the Cuyahoga County Animal Shelter this year, and we were with City Dogs
we had
last
City
year.
Dogs last year, And then what else?
And then also Rec to Connect.
Rec to Connect. So if you guys are familiar with Guardians baseball, there's this bald guy that talks, and he's kind of the beat guy. His name's Andre Knott. He's all right. I've known him for a long time, but somehow he made big time, and he's now the man. But his wife Jen started Rec to Connect, and we love them dearly, and they have a really good organization as well. And Kim can tell a little bit about that organization, right?
Sure.
True. So Rec to Connect actually helps people of all abilities to find recreational opportunities. And so oftentimes when you have people who might have physical disabilities and that they don't have the opportunities, they might live in a group home, they might just need special care or one-on-one help to do these recreational activities. And so that's why a lot of times like the health in that industry, the health of those people are not as high. And so she started this organization to really just help those people have those opportunities. And she works with local recreation centers and that, and she books time and, gets all these people that will do one-on-one, maybe swimming, or maybe it's like they're going for a walk, or maybe they're going to learn how to play basketball. And obviously we all know about the dogs, but you did make the comment that we are a nonprofit and that we work as such. And the reason we came to this agreement with other different nonprofits is we did put it out to the board at the time, and everybody brought it to the table, and we did have kind of a voting structure, and everybody had to bring it to the table on how we would move forward with some new foundations.
Yeah, and we actually worked with Ales for ALS this year too. They were part of our Barn Bash event, and I think moving forward we're going to do some more stuff with them because that's a really good organization. And Kim and I actually went out to Toledo and did that event with them out there at the Mud Hens, and that's their big one. And I mean, it's huge. Wow, it's huge. They raised a lot of money. So good for Ales for ALS. It was really good working with Mike Shannon, who's like the director of that, and Gia from Cleveland, good friend of ours whose father passed away from ALS. She's been spearheading a lot of it here in Cleveland, and she's awesome as well. And also Tom Gray, who some of you guys might know, who's been brewing for a long time, who now works for River Roots. He helped out a lot with the Ales for ALS events here in Cleveland and with our Barn Bash and everything. So cheers to all those people who are intertwined in the beer community and for whatever reason, whether it's charity or brewing or just because unfortunately you had somebody that succumbed to the disease.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, those are some great causes you guys support, and that's great. We're helping out dogs, we're helping out people with disabilities, we're helping out kids get educated. So what are some of the events that you guys do? Let's talk about, what the events are, past, present, and what. Oh, yeah, we got to get Tom. We got to get the beer witch on that. Get the beer witch.
The beer witch.
Can I try the Saison? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going Saison.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I love Saison.
Here we go.
So right behind
Here we
you,
go.
behind you here. So Dave won. This is how I met Dave. It's a great story. You got to tell it every time. So
It says Sam Adams on there. You
yeah,
want something
Dave
cool.
won the Sam Adams long shot competition for this.
Shit.
No kidding, right?
Oh, sorry.
You can say that. It's fine.
Am I allowed?
You
No
are.
kidding.
So in 2016, Dave won he had submitted his beer and went down to Sam Adams.
It was this is the recipe, but there's a little bit different hops, and but
It's not much difference.
Oh, now I'm
not
really
much
excited
different,
to try
yeah.
this.
It is
beer.
stupid good, and won the competition. And then Sam Adams brewed it, obviously, for production and
Right.
packaged it, and then wanted to release it in his hometown. Obviously, we just opened up in that fall in 2016, and they contacted me and said, "Would you mind having a release party for this man in your town? He's not really this most talkative person.
he's not going to toot his own horn,
but
but
he'll
he's up on his own podcast every freaking time.
every freaking time."
Thank you.
Brought it in. We had a great event. That's where we met through this. So beer brought us together, and
cool.
we became really close friends since then. But the beer is fantastic, and it is worthy. It's probably one of the best saisons I've ever had, even as a home brewer. It's just it's fluffy.
I would agree.
Isn't it wonderful?
Very good.
Yeah. So,
Have one next.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Saisons. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
honestly.
but that's fantastic, right?
Yeah. Trust me. And I'm I've been very fortunate because like my present brewer and my last brewer, Michael Alexander, and then John McGroarty. They love making saisons.
Yeah.
Actually, I brought a saison with me.
Ooh, let's do it side by side.
So, I don't want to do that. So we might lose. Anyway. But anyway, yeah, saisons are wonderful. Thank you.
Do that
Yeah.
saison. Yeah, let's go. Can I ask a question first before we get into
Ponies
events?
is
Sure.
The, IPA. It's
Do you
gonna
know
be,
the
timeless?
the total number of dollars donated since 2009?
Oh man.
I'm going to say we're probably around like 218 or something total. Once you
that's
add on the
wonderful.
next couple and we've split it all out, yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, is that donated or is that just what we
Donated to them.
donated to them? Is that it? Okay.
To the,
To the charities.
yeah, I think we're right around
It's
there.
almost a
Okay.
$250,000
yeah.
has been given back to shelters, people, ALS, and then of course our main sponsor, which is Jimmy Malone Fund. So that's wonderful.
Yeah,
It really
that
is.
That is great.
Yeah. I guess we can talk about that. I mean, I think let's go with Dave's question.
Yeah, I mean, so the events you guys sponsor, what are some of the, historically have been successful events and, different things we've done over the years,
Let's go way back.
and we're
Let's
going
go
in the
way
future.
back.
Let's go way back. Because I want to
can't-
know
see,
historically.
I can only go back to 2016. That's
So-
when I came on.
Sure.
Right, but
That's a long time ago.
I'm thinking.
I know it seems really long.
I know
now.
it seems like a long. I'm trying to rack my brain. Like
9 years.
They had the one where they took the train.
Oh, Ales for rail.
Yeah,
Rails
that-
for Ales for rails. Ales on the rails.
Something that
my
the
gosh.
Cuyahoga Valley.
Get
and
railed
they did
on the
that.
rail.
I know
Railed
that
on the
was very
rails.
popular. We kind of replaced that one with the boat
No, they were simultaneous for a
with
long
offshore
time.
and the boat. I don't know.
Sometimes events come about because someone gifts you
Sure.
with an opportunity. So the being able to use the train was actually due to Heidelberg because they supported the park, and so they would donate back their gift of the use of the train, and instead of using it for their company outing, they would give it back to Cleveland Beer Week. So there's a lot of philanthropic work that goes into the philanthropic work, if that makes sense, because to make things profitable like any nonprofit, which is what I've done my whole life, you rely on people being kind.
And it does. So, quick segue. When we talk about coming to these events, right, and how this all plays out. So, when we as a brewery show up to an event, right, of course we have to be paid for our product, right? That's just the law. But we also give a donation back to the same amount. So we donate the same amount. So if we bring four kegs of beer to an event, right, and our total is $400, right? You'll cut us a check for $400, and then we will donate by check $400 back to Cleveland Beer Week. So that, as you know, out there, that we're out here doing the same thing. So everybody who shows up to these events pouring beer does so in mind that we are there to raise money for a charitable event, right? So just so you know, right, this is not a moneymaker for all the breweries in the area. We're donating our time, energy, resources, and at the end of the day, basically our product,
Correct.
right, legally for this charity. It's important.
No, it is important, and I think that it's glad that you touched on that, because not only for the consumer. I'm sorry, I'm talking to the microphone, but it's important because not only for the consumer that's coming to the events to understand that the breweries are donating as well. I mean, they're getting paid, but it's called a check swap. It's pretty simple. They pay us, or we pay them, and they pay us back in a donation, and it covers the beer, and that helps the organization make more beer, or more beer, but more profit. And I think it's very important because I think a lot of I got to be careful here.
It is hard, by the way, to say these things because because the tiered structure is difficult to work through.
It is tier structure, and it's not even with the state. But I was gonna lean towards some of the other people that sometimes look at Beer Week as a profit maker.
Sure.
You know who you are. Okay, I'm just gonna go there. Sorry, I guess I'm not pulling punches here. Thank you for the audience. But listen, we're here to promote beer. We're here to make money for charities. And I really think that it's important that everybody understands that, this is what we do. I mean, listen, I have a job, I have a family, and I do this all the time, and it's a lot of work. And I really think that there's certain entities out there that need to get on board with us, because we want to keep this going, and it's really difficult at times because, I mean, the structure of the world isn't the same. Beer events are hard to sell. Right. Not as many people are coming to beer events. It's really become a lot more difficult since the pandemic and everything else. And so to get everybody on board to just support charity, support community, support beer in Cleveland and Cleveland beer and Ohio beer, we need everybody to just help us out and get on board. I'm done.
Yeah, it's not like a cash cow. I mean, some people think, oh, look at these guys, they're charging all this for these tickets and they're just making all this money. It's a nonprofit.
Correct.
You can't make a profit. It's illegal. So everything is going to charity.
We basically run so that we keep a little nest egg to kind of roll to the next year and cover paying for the website hosting and making sure that we can cover merchant services fees that cover us through the year. I mean, we do not keep a lot on retainer for the year, so we really keep a very skinny budget.
Yeah.
I'm pretty frugal.
What? I mean, you have to be, and you guys put on good events,
Well, that's what
Some
I think
fun
sets
events.
Cleveland Beer Week apart a little bit. We don't just try to take like big space, fill it with tents, put beer in it, and then put some music on and let people just walk around and drink beer. We actually try to either theme them, or it's going to be paired with a food. Like, one of the famous ones we've done kind of over the time that's kind of taken some breaks but come back and changed around was Culture Yourself. And it's been about cheese and beer. And a lot of people didn't think about putting cheese with beer. And it's a beautiful event when it happens. I mean, it's so... I know.
Yeah, who doesn't like
love
cheese?
cheese?
I don't eat cheese anymore, but I love it.
Or even when we're doing the farm event, it's an entertaining event with music and it's games and it's in a beautiful setting. And so we try to create more, thoughtful events or allow some education to happen or something that's going to open your palate to new experiences.
If you did not go to the Barn Bash this past kind of late summer, right? You need to. It is a wonderful event in a beautiful area. Mm-hmm. There's water, there's music, there's a farm, there's a hop farm, there's hay rides.
Is there sausage?
We had pulled pork.
We had pulled pork this year.
Close enough.
For all you sausage fans out there, I mean...
We had sausage at Lagerland, though.
Oh,
I'd say there was a lot of sausage at the Barn Bash, but none of it was for sale.
That's not true either. That is not true either. I was
Someone
there.
might have
I
sold
was
it.
there. I was there. But that's just it's just a wonderful event, and I think that as you look at how you want to schedule your events, right? I think it's important to schedule them around what the end result is, right? Because you go here, you listen to a fantastic musical set or sets, right? There's games outside. It's fun. There's plenty of local vendors and beer from that area, kind of southern Lorain County, southern Medina County area, right? Kind of hitting local, hyper local now. And it was a great time. I mean, it was a great time, and you get hay rides out of it. There's food trucks there, and it's just there's a fire pit. It's so much fun.
It's like the biggest backyard party you have to do nothing for.
Just show up.
Right, and I mean, right in Valley City. So for those people who are like, oh, it's so far away. Listen, Mapleside is only a mile away, and everybody goes to Mapleside, so it's not far away. It's straight down 303, just past Marks Road, on the left. It's a great venue. I agree.
And if your tickets are $45, right? Was that what it was?
Oh yeah,
$45.
They're cheap.
Know that if you're going by yourself or with your significant other, $90, that money, $90 goes right to this charitable fund. Right. So you are giving money to a charitable fund to enjoy the rest of your evening. It's a wonderful date night. It's a wonderful opportunity for people to show up and just enjoy themselves. That's just one of the events that we talk about. When I think about Cleveland Beer Week, I mean, just in my head when people say Cleveland Beer Week, the first thing I am ever always drawn to is Night at the Bruseum. That's just me personally, right? You just it's just what I think about. I'm not saying that's always been around, right? It's one of those legacy events that's been around and off and on, but it kind of hits that kind of structure you just talked about.
Right.
Education, Cleveland, the History Museum, education, cool space and event. That's just what, in my mind, the picture of the T-Rex is just kind of always ingrained in my mind.
That's Carl, just so you know.
Hi, Carl. We miss you, buddy.
And if you're going to go to the
Carl
museum,
is he's our mascot, kind of.
if you're going to go to the museum, why not be able to drink some beer? I mean, come on.
Correct.
And your money for that entire event goes to charity. So you're going to drink beer, have fun, see the museum, probably for the same price as the museum.
Just do good
Except
things.
the construction's been kind of killing us with that
It-
one. So
it's true.
we've been on a little hiatus from the literal Night at the Beer Museum, which was at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History.
Yep.
I mean, we were able to move it across the street to what is now. It used to be when I was a kid growing
It's
up.
Western Reserve Historical
Thank you.
Society,
It was a
Cleveland History
It was
Center.
a Crawford Auto Museum.
Crawford Auto. It's all of them.
Yeah,
It's all
but
three.
Sure.
Anyway.
It's just one of those things you think about, right? Because that's so ingrained in who we are as beer drinkers in Cleveland that for the longest of times, here at Cleveland Beer Week, you hear these big events, right? And that's one of the that sticks in my mind.
Well, and that was a perfect example of where we tried to take a normal beer event, but we put it in a cool location. We added, what did we have, 12 restaurants the first year? I mean, we had amazing food that was included in your ticket price. You're not just buying it at a concession stand at the stadium. So there's that difference. And then we had educational classes and the band. So you're getting all of that kind of combined in the ticket prices. So we try to give it everything.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you knock it out of the park on your first try. And we had Boaterhead. We had some of the best restaurants in Cleveland that first year, and it was very unique. And I think hopefully we can bring it back.
Because then we had COVID.
Yeah, we had COVID.
Stop.
Like with a lot of things.
Is Tap House still open again?
Anyway, yeah, Tap House will be open soon. Anyway,
Sorry. Damn
but
COVID.
yeah, and then honestly, the Cleveland Natural History Museum has been doing so much to improve the museum that a lot of the sections have been closed down, so we haven't been able to have our event there. So we had to move it to other places, and it's been okay. I don't think it is as good, but we tried to keep moving forward, and with any luck, once they're fully functional again, we can get back there and blow it out again because we know how much everybody loves that museum. I love that museum. I have a picture of me on Stegosaurus out there when I was like 3 years old. Most people do. The damn thing's still there. It will always be there, and I'm sure there's a million people have taken a picture on that when they were a child, and it's one of my favorite places, and it should be one of yours as well.
So get out there, get hammered, drunk, and get on the Stegosaurus for another picture.
Don't do that.
Yes, do that.
Maybe
You heard
do
it
that.
right here on
Consider
the
it.
BlabberMalt Show.
I have to interject the Saison. That's good stuff, man. It
was good.
Very
Yes,
delicate.
that
I
was
smashed mine.
That was the collaboration for our 10-year anniversary. The Timeless, it's named Timeless, but that was John McGordy's recipe that he brewed with Michael because we did a collaboration with Michael and John, and then Michael and Eric Alexander. Or not Alec. Look at I'm screwing him up.
Goodness.
Eric Anderson from.
Saucy.
Do I have to say it? Saucy. Anyway, yeah, he was my old brewer.
It's a fun legacy, though, because John has his own
he's
place
still
now.
one of my good friends. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Eric moved on to Saucy. John moved on to Green Valley, which is his own
Killing
place.
it.
He's killing it. One of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. And
On the
a
show, Johnny. Let's go.
Tremendous brewer.
Yeah, yeah.
So are you, Eric. Don't, if you're watching.
Yes, you too, Eric.
Anyway,
We'd love to have Saucy on the show. That'd be
but
fun.
yeah, so they brewed 2 beers with us, and then Michael brewed Italian Pilsner, which I brought one of those as well. That was our other anniversary beer. So we brewed one for ourselves, and we brewed 2 collaborations with the ex-brewers or former brewers. And yeah, so we had some really good beers for our 10-year anniversary. Yeah, because Butcher and the I can't talk. Butcher and the Brewer is 10 years old.
Wow, that's hard to believe.
Yeah,
And you can try Timeless on our crawls in Cam's
Let's go,
Corner in
yeah.
Cleveland Heights.
that's right.
Ooh.
Plug.
Yeah,
So,
speaking of that, that's one of the things I think about
Sorry.
for Beer Week is the crawls. Man, you have the one, I'm just looking at the website, the Cam's Corner and the Cleveland Heights one. It used to be one.
Three
And,
crawls.
oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Can you share that screen, Dave, at all or no?
Yeah, I
We'll
got
screw
things
it
I got to
up.
do, yeah.
We'll screw it up.
Yeah.
We'll just put it down below in a little. Find the link. We just talked about how to get there, right? clevelandbeerweek.org. It's all on there.
Yeah.
Beautiful logos.
But those crawls are awesome, you know. You have different sites. You get a little punch card. It's like a passport for one night.
One
You
night.
know, run around, get your beers. Yeah, that's a good time.
And I want, again,
It's very affordable too.
it is
Oh,
affordable.
for sure. Yeah.
But I want you to know that if you are, this is a big overarching project, right? These things don't just happen.
Oh, for sure.
So
I literally work 365 weeks a year on this. It's not. There's never
I believe
stops
that.
really.
we have meetings and
360.
meetings and meetings, right? And you have to sign up for these. If you want to have a crawl, you pay money. It's not really paying money. You're donating to the fact that you are creating this opportunity to you're gonna get money for people showing up to your spot, to be on the website, to be an official crawl. And so again, this back and forth concept of even bars, craft beer bars in Cleveland who are having these crawls are invested in Cleveland Beer Week as well. It's not just a
and
random
for them, they're
thing.
giving their bartender for that night because every person comes in, they're just pouring a beer for them. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, people do donate in many different ways.
And it's a wonderful thing. So just know that everybody's involved in Cleveland Beer Week, including the crawls, have invested time, energy, money, and resources in that. So, looking at how this works as a nonprofit who has a board, who votes and has regular meetings, and then has meetings with the collective, right, to kind of share out what's going on and how we can be involved. How in the world did you guys get involved? 2016 and recently 2019. How'd you get involved?
So I knew Sean from
Yep.
Heidelberg through my work at one of my nonprofits. He was actually very involved with my nonprofit and sponsored us all the time. And they needed a new event planner, and he reached out with a simple little email that said, "Any interest in helping on Beer Week?" That's all it said, literally one line. And I was like, well, sure, I don't know. Maybe I'm just volunteering for a day, or he wanted me to do one little event. And then all of a sudden I'm being called into his office, and John Lane was sitting there, and there was like a 10-page contract, and it was a much bigger
Ooh.
thing. And I kind of signed and said, yeah, I think this would be fun. And then luckily some other people, Rick and Carol Siped, I'm going to name them by name, and Eileen Spivak, who was my assistant for a long time, said, I think you need to meet us out at Willoughby Brewing. Blast
Back
from
in the
past,
day,
yeah.
right?
And they kind of walked
Nut
me.
smasher.
Yeah, so good. They actually walked me through what I had actually signed on for.
And then you were like,
Uh-oh.
what did I do?
Wow, yeah, what did I just
What
do?
have I done?
And as Carol said, she goes, we really didn't want to like you, but you took like 15 pages of notes, and then you actually followed through on 17 pages of notes. So we had to kind of string you along that first year,
We
and you
didn't
did
really
fine.
like you.
And
Oh,
well,
great.
there had been problems with the previous person, so
Heard.
yeah.
That's how things work. So
I
that
broke
started
them down.
in
I broke them
2016.
down. We're fine now.
Oh yeah, definitely fine. So you just never looked back.
No, I just kept moving, and it changes every year. It's always kind of been a nice supplement to what I do. I mean, I work for a nonprofit, so I think that I was able to take Cleveland Beer Week and actually form it into a proper nonprofit in a lot of ways on the back end. None of you guys would ever see that. It's just
Sure.
the way we run in the background. So in that way, I've been helpful, I think, too. But I just, I love the industry. It's brought me a lot of friends. It's brought me a lot of good experiences. I've learned to appreciate. I hated IPAs my first year. I could not drink them without wanting to go brush my teeth. And now I love them.
And now she's sending nudes for IPAs.
Exactly. Nudes for IPAs.
I don't know. That's what I heard before the show
Send her
started.
some IPAs. You might. Anyway.
I don't know.
Find it on clevelandbeerweek.org. Find the address.
No, it's not.
Send a 6-pack of IPAs.
Don't send those to us. Not to the BlabberMalt Show.
And then me and Chris
Cleveland
may
Beer
or may
Week.
not send you nudes. I don't know. Fine, just me. I don't care. You don't want that either. You don't want it, but it might show up.
Yeah.
I'm just warning you. I'm warning them.
I know. You gave fair warning.
Hey, Chris,
Yes.
you want to see some nude pictures of Matthias?
What?
I got some.
You do not. Do you really?
No.
Oh. Denise.
I want some.
I'm like, wait a second.
What?
I'm like,
Wait
now
a minute.
I'm intrigued.
Now we're all gonna get canceled right now.
Yes, canceled.
I'll just
What about
say,
you? How'd you get involved?
We dragged him in. It was Rick and Carol and I again,
So
and Ed Tompkins.
yeah. Well,
Not that you're busy trying to open up Tremont Tap House again.
it was open.
No,
at
it was
that-
open at
It
that
was open when I. Well, okay. So
Was it, though?
It was.
Okay.
So basically, I mean, Tremont Tap House was notorious for having a lot of events during Beer Week. Mm-hmm. I've been good friends with John Lane for a long time, and I really embraced Beer Week before I became the president. And so, we go to meetings and I talk to John about what's going on and blah, 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 and meet everybody. And I love Beer Week. I mean, we had Bell's Ruins Beer Week, which was one of the best events ever. It really, we had lines out the door. I mean, I just really thought that it was a great week and a great charity function, and everything about it was really cool. So that being said, kind of blah blah blah, and I'm a little bit of Homer for the whole thing. And then one day John just kind of was like, "Hey, I don't know if I can do this anymore." I'm like, "All right, well, let me think about it." And I thought about it, and
Then you thought too long.
And then I thought too long, and I didn't get back to him, and he said, "Well, Beer Week's over," and then everybody lost their stuff, and it was all over social media. Beer Week's over, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, son of a gun. So I called John. I said, "John, all right, I'll do it." He's like, because he literally said, "Hey, I'm not turning this over just to anybody. I trust you. If you want it, it's yours. Run with it." And I gave in and took it. And yeah, the last 6 years of my life have been very busy.
I believe that.
So that's kind of how that happened, and I had a lot of pressure from other people too. So
And there's other breweries and brewers on your board, right?
yes,
Such as?
Go ahead.
Name some names.
that Luke guy from Collision Bend.
Yeah.
You guys know him?
Yeah, he's been
Kind
here
of
before.
tall and
Yeah.
sometimes.
He's bald
Well, he is.
and handsome.
But he does that. Anyway, yeah, Luke Purcell. Love him dearly. Known him since we went to Winterhurst together, and he used to work there, and we take Zambonis and do crazy stuff. That's a whole nother discussion. You can ask him about that someday. But yeah, he used to work at Winterhurst Ice Skating Ramp, and I was across the street. But known Luke for a long time. So.
Charlie
Zambonis.
Steffi.
Oh, Charlie Steffi. There we go. Yeah. And who else?
Train of thought.
And then we got stuck on Luke.
Jason,
Premium
Jason
Distributing.
Freeman. I mean, there's.
Do you need me to name the board?
Uh,
Yeah, someone has ADHD.
That's me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 3 of them.
clear.
Go ahead.
Jason's not on the board anymore. He
No,
was
he was
on the board.
But I'm talking
But
past and
currently,
present.
oh, sorry. We have Luke Purcell, who is our vice president, and then we have Charlie Steffi. He's been on the board for, gosh, I don't know,
Forever.
maybe 8 years now, 7 years. He's from Premium Distributing. We have Tony Dworznik, who's actually a non-industry person that we got on the board just 2 years ago,
Yep.
And he's been kind of a great add. He brings to a new kind of life and point of view and different connections and things like that. Jen Fons from BevDist is on the board. And then we've also had Brendan Hughes from Beer Engine and Wes Mock from Great Lakes. So we kind of tried to mix in, and Rick Sipe was on the board for a long time.
So was Ed Tompkins.
And Ed Tompkins. So we've kind of had this rolling. We try to keep it at a small state because it's really hard to get a lot of people together for 10 meetings a year.
like
So
herding cats,
smaller is
for
sometimes
sure.
better, but we kind of keep it
Especially brewers were miserable.
rotating so that we kind of we try to still fulfill the 3 legs of the stool. If
Miserable.
Nothing else.
No, brewers are the worst people. They never get back to you.
Amen.
Herding cats.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's true. Ask Tommy back there for.
I'm a good nudger.
You are,
Nudger.
you are a great nudger, and I appreciate the nudges.
Nudger. I'm going to need a definition of nudger.
Persistence.
We can show you.
Nudger.
Nudgers.
Nudger. How do you spell that? N-U-D.
I don't know how you spell
NUDGERIS.
Okay.
So, pulling up your events, right? Just kind of looking at them really quickly. We had that.
Well, we've had 3 already this year.
Yeah, what were those?
So we had the golf outing, which was our first ever, and I think it was a great success. We actually we only could have 120 on the course, and we actually had 100 on the course, which the golf course said was amazing for our first year. So we were really excited. They've never done a beer event like this where we actually had 12 tents out on the course, so everybody had to stop with their carts and grab their tasting glass. I mean, they literally had a tasting glass and could get their tastes all through the course.
That's so fun.
And that kind of added like a fun element to the whole event. So I thought it was really fun.
Good.
We'll definitely be doing that again, June 21st. Save the
Picked a
date.
winner, right? That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went very
Yeah,
well.
that's cool.
I think people like activity anymore.
There it is.
Like we keep trying to keep up with the changing.
June 21st, 2025.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Save the date.
Save the
CBW
date.
golf outing. Heck yeah.
I'm
We
looking
keep
at
trying
this.
to change with the times. But then we did the farm event, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also had Lagerland, which was its second year, but kind of like a re-envisioned whole first year all over again because we moved locations, we moved the time, we moved the whole, the whole process. So it became a little bit more of an accessible event that was like an all afternoon, drink your lagers, chill out, play cornhole, and we partnered with Riddell Sausage. So we had sausage.
Lots of sausage.
Lots of sausage, so delicious.
Fantastic sausage. You
So
just
you did mention this. that
One after the other.
He might have exited one time during one of these. Can I do that?
Yeah,
what-
you can.
What did I do?
told
I'll
you
be
to
right
go
back.
before
I
you
know.
sat down.
Oh,
I got in
it's
the
not-
car. Dad said we're not stopping for 6 hours.
Okay.
Listen.
And I
There
didn't
you
think
go.
about that when I drank 3 Dr. Peppers.
Usually it's me doing the shaky leg because
be me next. It'll be
listen.
me next.
What did I say? At an hour, I get nervous. We're at 2 after 8, and I'm still going strong. So
Yeah.
I warned
Good for
him.
you.
I told him
I
to.
warned him.
I
You
told
need
him.
to go pee before we start because
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah.
hit you hard. But we can talk about events, right?
So I'm looking at
Yeah,
this
so-
barrel age bash.
Yeah, at this point, we have the 3 crawls this year, and we are doing the offshore pour, which has been a classic favorite event for all. It goes out on the Lady Caroline. You just drink beer, listen to music, and enjoy this beautiful scenery of Cleveland. It's a no-brainer.
And that is Wednesday, October the 9th.
Yes.
You can
And-
find that again on the
Yeah,
website.
that's coming up.
And then, we have the Barrel Age Bash. So this is the 4th year, and that's kind of a little... it's a smaller event, only because there's only 10 breweries involved, really. They each have a barrel-aged beer, and then we actually combine it with the spirit. So you actually have a taste of the beer and then
Oh,
the
wow.
spirit that it was in the barrel of.
Am I invited to
So-
that? No. I'm just messing with
Do you have any barrel-aged
You-
beers ready
yes.
to go? Okay, we'll talk after the show.
It's at Butcher and the Brewer on October the 12th. It's a Saturday. I do have some Cleveland whiskey barrels. I know.
All right, number
See,
10
if you
coming
need me,
in.
there we go. If not, I understand. We're here to help everybody out. And then up pretty quick is the poker run, which I think people have talked about before. We've had that several times, right?
No, well, this is only the second year for the poker run, and
So
this
several
was a little
couple
brainchild
times.
of mine after living in the Adirondacks, and they used to do snowmobile poker runs. And I'm like, why can't we just do a beer poker run? So the idea is you travel
You good,
from.
man? You want to blow your nose or need anything else?
Wash your hands.
I did
You
wash
did.
my hands. I always wash my hands.
Well played. I teach school. They
There's
don't
a
always
good
do
joke
that.
about
It's
that, but
fine.
we'll take some of it anyway.
Anyway, the poker run, you'll go from bar to
Anyway.
bar like a typical crawl, but you get your samples, and it is pumpkin, so it's obviously Southern
Tier, downtown.
but they're a family of beers, so there will be other things, not just
Sure.
pumpkin necessarily at every stop. But we also this year have the Pumpkin Crew, so we will have the entire cast of Pumpkin characters roaming around, and then we also have Pumpkinhead from
Gotta go to
Pumpkin
that.
Nation
See that?
is going to come play with us on the crawl. So if you want to have your picture taken with him, or maybe capture an autograph, or just spend some time with him and not with
Pumpkinhead.
3,000 other people at his tailgate.
Yeah, maybe before then the Browns will win a game and
Nope.
he'll be
Right.
a little happier.
I don't know about that.
Although Pumpkinhead doesn't. No, he never really looks.
He's always happy. He does not look happy.
But his thing
No,
doesn't
it's
change.
kinda
It's
scary.
a
We just did the.
Maybe we get Mushroom Head to play in the parking lot. The band.
We got all the
Here we go.
Pumpkinhead,
You heard it.
heads.
You hear that out in the universe. Get them on the show.
Yeah.
So, we just did the Taste the Browns event. Again, another charity organization where you're
Right.
giving back to. And it was wonderful too, and they were all there too. So, Pumpkinhead.
He's a lot of fun.
Oh, and then all those
The puppy dog.
all those dog pound people.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was nice.
they're crazy.
Really cool.
But so you get a card with each stop, so you get to make your poker hand. So it's kind of like that little betting along with drinking beer.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
That's
you
fun.
submit your hands, and we put in all of the pecking order of the best hands, and then you win prizes based
Who doesn't
on your
love that?
I know.
And
Gambling.
then not this Friday, but next Friday is the neighborhood crawl in Cam's Corner. We already mentioned that a little bit, right?
Yep.
Where's that start?
West Park Station.
There you go. That's on Lorraine Avenue. You can find that all again on the website.
Yep.
Get to all of these. Pick one. Pick them all. Find opportunities for yourself to have date nights for that. I mean, literally, the calendar's right here. So if you're struggling what to do, go to the calendar. It's right here. Check it out. I mean, it's on my phone. It tells you date night, Friday the 4th, 9th, 11th, 12th. Done. Nothing else to do those nights.
The website is a lot better than it used to be. I'm gonna say that. It used to be a nightmare to navigate and find.
I wish you knew the arguments that I went through.
Oh,
Better, worse,
yeah.
better, worse.
What beer is this?
Oh, so this is Steel Ponies. Steel Ponies is our Ales for ALS beer that we made. It's a session IPA. I think it comes in at like 4 or 5. It's pretty one. Yeah. So it was one of the beers that we did for Ales for ALS. A lot of breweries in Northeast Ohio and across the country did Ales for ALS. Yakima Chief is the main sponsor, and when you sign up, they send you a blend of hops that they choose every year for free. Wonderful.
Okay.
And you brew with them. And then you donate money back from all the beer that you make to Ales for ALS.
Sure.
So that was Steel Ponies. And the one before that, I don't know if you guys, we didn't talk about it so much, but I'm going to pimp it anyway, was Scenes from a Restaurant, which was Michael's Italian Pilsner, which is one of my favorite beers.
Yeah,
It's
that
good.
was great. Yeah.
It's so delightful. I love that beer. So
was good.
Good job, Michael Alexander. I won't call you Eric Alexander again, ever. Yeah,
Well, maybe.
maybe. I just
Now
did.
you just reminded
I
him.
just reminded him. So hopefully he sees this.
So as the bigger picture kind of unfolds, we've seen some major changes in spreading the dates out, right? It's not just a week anymore. We started in the summer and we kind of wind our way through the fall. Big question for the both of you, and probably Kim, what does the future hold for Cleveland Beer Week?
Oh, that might be more of a
you're-
Chris question.
Yeah, that might be more of a Chris question.
Get it.
He is the president.
What does the future hold for Cleveland Beer Week, buddy?
All right, so let's just
important.
brass tacks here, people.
More sausage.
More sausage. Yes, we need
Ooh.
more sausage.
Yes, but also more
Lagerland's
sausage
probably is
and
going to be a sausage and Lagerfest.
sausage fest
Right. But
Sausage gets top billing.
always.
we are Cleveland. Sausage is pretty important.
It is.
So is
Sausage.
beer, though. Think about it.
That's true.
We're as sausagey and beery as you can think.
First of all, no, you don't even know.
Sausagey.
If you missed
Beery.
that, when you missed that Lagerland
Oh,
event, you don't even know what kind of beer you missed. It is insane.
I wasn't there.
I
The
think that
number
was
of-
my favorite lineup of beer in such a long time. It was so amazing that it like.
Oh my gosh,
the-
the
every local brewer was so excited to be there.
The
And
quality
they
of
hung
beer.
out and they talked about their beer with each other, and I think that was the great thing about that event.
the quality of beer that day was just outstanding.
If you were there, you were literally in the mix of brewers talking together and
Nerding
loving
it
on
out. each
each other's beers and just it
Don't-
was
we,
great.
we were loving each other's beers, that's for darn sure,
Right.
and drinking their product,
There you go.
and eating sausage.
I didn't say loving on us.
You weren't loving it. Anyway.
Yes, you were too.
So, if you don't know, and I'm technically not a brewer. I'm not a butcher. I'm not a brewer. I just have a place called Butcher and the Brewer,
And Tremont Tap House, maybe.
and maybe Tremont Tap House. But the reality of it is, if you ask any brewer, they love their lagers.
They
you know
do.
what? I've come to learn this being in this industry for a long time, and I've come to appreciate it. Yes, we all know IPA, whatever, blah, 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 IPA. But listen, drink more lagers. They're delicious. They're refreshing. They're lower ABV. You can have a couple more. I'm not saying don't drink IPAs, but
No, drink IPAs.
brewers love their lagers,
sure.
and it's the brewer's beer. So
knowing
and I'm
that,
speaking for all you brewers, and if you can all tell me to go myself later.
Matthias is over there. Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
No, not knowing that you brought beer tonight because we weren't. I knew you were really busy today. I almost just brought a whole bunch of lagers just to have the night because we all love lagers, dude.
Well, I brought 2 lagers.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was Jack from Brewca. He literally said, "Oh my goodness, we're looking for a Brewers Day today." Like he was excited about hanging out with all of his fellow brewers. That's what he was looking forward to.
And for the most part, when you come to a Cleveland Beer Week event, you're going to see a brewery representative, and most likely the brewer or somebody close to that who you can chit chat with.
Right.
It's not just a random pour. I mean, people are there for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. That I mean, some events it's volunteers, and that's great. You know.
No, sure. But that goes back to your conversation of it's not in a warehouse with just people pouring beer in a tent. No, it's literally we're there.
Yeah.
Because we're there for a purpose.
We do have great volunteers, though.
They are so
absolutely.
wonderful.
I have a great crew of volunteers that I love.
And they do pour a beer for us, but I'm saying, well, typically people are there, right? So it's just the conversational things happen, and again, that really happened at Lagerland.
I actually don't want to say that lightly, though. There's volunteers who have been working this longer
They're wonderful.
than I have, and they actually know, like,
not
they
lightly.
research their beer when they're sent to pour it. They're like looking it up and doing all the things. So
That's not lightly
So volunteers,
or wonderful.
brewers, everybody. I mean, yeah, and Matthias, I agree. There's so many people that come out to these things that are not just, they're not volunteers. Everybody wants to be there, and they want to promote their beer. They want to promote their craft. They want to share it with the community. They want you guys to enjoy it. I mean, and I think that's a beautiful thing about Cleveland and our beer community is, I'm going to say honestly, 99.9% of us, we get along with each other. If I asked him for a favor, he would do it. If he asked me for a favor, I would do it. I could call somebody from Fatheads. I could call somebody from Market Garden. They could call us, or Sibling, or Immigrant, or Crooked Pecker, or you name it. Dude, I mean, I saw Eric Lilly, from Sibling today, and our Immigrant son, and we're a huge family that loves what we do. We love promoting this stuff in our city and outside of our city and in general. I mean, think about it.
How many beers did we pick up to take to Toledo? Because nobody else could go.
We picked up 6 beers for Ales for ALS, and we drove all over. We grabbed them. We took them to Toledo, and we poured them for our friends. And that's what we do for each other here in Cleveland. And I know that's a lot of it in a lot of other cities too. The craft brew community is truly amazing, and that's why you should support things like Cleveland Beer Week and any other beer week you can find, or any other beer festival you can find. Go there, have fun, drink beer, support it.
Sure. But mostly Beer Week, Cleveland Beer Week.
But mostly Cleveland Beer Week.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Thank you.
So I think it's important because there are a lot of people who are needed to support these events. Mm-hmm. You mentioned the people who are pours and volunteers, and they are super, super important. I mean, I've been coming to these events since 2016 as a representative of a brewery, and most people are the same way, right? Mm-hmm. So there's volunteers, and there's also people who need to support financially our endeavors, right? How can people get involved? Right now, there's 20,000 people watching in terms of all of our shares, right? How can they get involved?
So volunteers can always sign in on the website. There's actually a spot that you can sign in and say, I want to volunteer, or, submit through Squarespace. Brewers or brewery reps or anybody, I think at this point we're still looking for a few people that could be on Offshore Pour. Our list is getting full, but we have a little space for maybe a couple more. Yeah. We have a couple other initiatives like Yappy Hours, which is a nice way to get involved, where you could just have a happy hour and it's like, $1 per pint back, or just say I'm going to do X amount, but then your account gets supported and your beer, or however you want to do it. So it's an easy way, not just a brewer, but even just reps can showcase a new brand. Mm-hmm. We need corporate sponsors for our golf outing. That's always a great way. So next year. So even if
how do you do that?
If you like to drink beer and you want to golf, you can support Beer Week that will support charities by signing up. You can, save the
website?
date, and then, when that golf event gets listed. Or you can always contact me.
As I say, in general, just contact Kim.
I respond to every single email. So it's
Does.
Kim B, it's really easy, KIMB at clevelandbeerweek.org. And I really do respond to every email.
Yeah, because I think in general it'd be. I mean, we're just kind of the corporate sponsorship thing is huge. We'd like to get more corporate sponsors. I mean, I know sometimes it doesn't always work for people, but we're open to any suggestions. I mean, we picked up a little dog shampoo thing this year.
When it takes
They're
the pressure
pretty
off
cool.
the breweries. You know what I mean? It lets us spread out the...
Doggy style. They that's the name of their shampoo. Doggy
Come on,
style.
man.
Let's get some.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
It's all natural for
Who
your dog
sponsors it?
still.
Who spon-
It's
all
hyperallergenic.
natural,
It's actually
Sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
They're
Who
great.
sponsors the golf outing? Doggy style.
Doggy style. Yes, and they were
All
great.
natural.
Cleveland Beer Week,
hypoallergenic,
now brought to you by Doggy Style.
Doggy style.
Boom.
And for you that know, who Doggy Style? That was a beer from
Stop.
who?
I don't even know. I
Don't even know. Come on.
Flying dog.
Thank you, winner. Flying
dinner.
Dog, Doggy Style.
Is that the
And
same flying bitch? The same.
flying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. And the art was done by who?
I don't know.
Hunter S. Thompson.
Really?
You say it.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Seriously, doggy style. That's amazing.
Doggy Style, yeah. That's
So-
a Flying Dog Brewery, but that's way old school bullshit. So anyway,
If you are out there and you say, you know what, I hear that I want to be a part of an organization that's given $250,000 back to a local organizations to help kids across the spectrum, whether it be to school or in recreational activities or to animals, mainly to the Jimmy Malone Fund. You can go online and submit yourself as a volunteer for the event, which you need those plenty of times, right? Or if you have a business like we do, right, and you want to get your name out there to the hundreds and hundreds of people who are showing up to these events, be a corporate sponsor, right? It's a really good deal because you're obviously you know where your money's going to, right, to
Yes.
charity, and you get to be in front of and participate in an opportunity to be around other brewers and brewing opportunities. So do that right now, clevelandbeerweek.org. I'm pushing it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, the other thing, too, is that we are kind of a community organization, so come to the industry nights. If you don't get an email from me or you don't know me, send me an email so that I can get you on the list. It's a constantly changing Rolodex. And then also our community calendar of events, which is below our flagship events, is open year round. Always submit events. I have any anniversaries, big beer releases. If you have a bigger thing like you're doing an Oktoberfest or you're doing a big Oyster Fest, you can put it on there as kind of another way to get out as a community calendar.
I'm so
It never
bad at
hurts to
that.
get in front of more people.
did you say
I need an
Oyster Fest?
assistant. That's at your
There's
place.
a lot of
Oyster
Fest. Clam bake,
Fest.
sorry.
Oyster Fest. I know there's a good Oyster Fest in February.
Am I coming again this
It
year?
might have stout in the name.
This guy's invited. Yes. Called
This is a great
Stout It
event.
Out Loud.
Stout It Out Loud.
Yes.
Great event.
Which, if you don't know, is like the counterpart to what we just did with Lagerland.
Right.
Yep, the exact opposite.
Correct.
And wonderful. Totally
Love that
wonderful.
event.
I see what you did there.
That's at the end of the day, it's how we go, right? So get on the website, check them out, clevelandbeerweek.org. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram at Cleveland Beer Week. They're also on X at Cleveland Beer Week. I'm not sure how much you use Twitter for that, but it's there. We're into Twitter. You know, it's an election cycle. Get on it. It's where the kids are at.
Are they?
Get my gal
Are
on.
they
My
really?
listen, my son, it's insane. Listen, you put out those epic reels. Like I'm ready just to throw down all that money to keep those reels around because they're fantastic. But my son, we were watching them. He's like, "These are great, Dad. Where are they at?" I'm like, "On Facebook." He's like, "I hate you because you're old and everybody has Instagram reels or anything else." And I'm like, "You're not wrong."
Well, they're on Instagram too. They're on both.
Couldn't find them.
What? Shut up.
Shut up.
They're there.
No way.
They're there.
No way. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to add real quick before Cleveland Beer Week? Give one last shout out.
No, just be a part of it.
Yeah, please support Cleveland Beer Week. And hopefully, if you support, we'll be around next year. Hear me?
Yeah.
When is it?
Ooh, it's October 4th through the 13th this year, technically speaking. Yes.
Technically speaking, but yes.
Stuff goes on all the time now.
Well,
Correct.
Nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, so real quick to finish
Because
this off.
every week is a beer week.
Thank you. Every week is a beer week, and we've spread it out so that you guys can spend your money smarter and easier and not have to jam it into 10 days.
Sponsored by Doggy Style.
Yes.
Thank you, Billy.
God, it's so bad. So bad.
No, so great. Let's move on before I get in trouble.
Okay.
It's time for
All right, man, we're going long. We're going to have to shorten this up. And what's going on here? Hey, my password is going to expire soon.
We can shorten it up.
Yeah.
We had some recent events. We had a lot of positives this week, but it's kind of sad to announce that we all in the industry kind of knew this was happening. Pulpo and Willoughby closed their doors.
Yeah.
They're currently keeping the Westlake location open.
Yes.
But again, their brewery out in Willoughby is currently closed. And then I heard, which is a surprise to me, being on the board of Medina Brewery Passport, is Akron M Public House is closed. Their restaurant is shut down. So Sean and crew are moving back.
They're still keeping the downtown open. So
yep,
that's good.
So that's happening. Yeah, for sure. We're in a crazy time right now. So people are making decisions that are best for them and their families. And Sean did that today, which is good for them. But in good news, right? Yeah. Our brewer, as you talked about with you, you've had a legacy of people who have left you and gone on to open wonderful breweries.
Right.
Saucy and
Green Valley.
John. We have Andrew has been with us since 2017. Andrew is opening up Richfield Brewing Company. They should be opening up really soon. So
yes, it looks like they're close.
Yeah, man. Andrew Ritterbeck at Richfield Brewing Company. Check that out. I know that Northeast Ohio Craft Brew News has been talking about that, or on their Facebook page as well. So check out Richfield Brewing Company.
Where exactly is that, sir?
In Richfield.
Well, no kidding.
Strangely enough.
You're like everybody else who says, where's the Avon Brewing Company? In Avon, little bitch.
Yeah, I understand where Richfield is. I mean specifically. I mean, I have a friend that lives in Richfield. It's not at his house.
It might be.
It's
if he
not.
distributes.
Next door.
No,
I'm not exactly sure the address.
Next to his house is that giant eagle. So, anyway.
Cool location.
Just curious.
So what we'll do is what most people do when they want to find things out, is they type in Richfield.
If only there was some way,
I know,
some device we
but
could.
we were talking about it in the moment, and I wasn't looking at my phone.
It's on 3871 Broadview Road in Richfield.
There you go. 3817 something Broadview Road, Richfield.
Check them out, Richfield Brewing Company.
It is beautiful, right? It is a beautiful venue. They've done a nice job. So kudos to them. They're right by the. Really, it's just by 90.
Yeah, it's right there. All right, that's good.
Right off the highway, right?
Yeah,
90
it's right
there.
off the highway. It should be easy to get to.
Yeah, it's compelling video. Yeah.
Well, we're looking at it.
That's why we're holding it back here. This is for.
This looks great to us.
It's time to bring out
Hey, man, we got to thank Kim and Chris for coming out and doing the show, talking all about Cleveland Beer Week. Got to talk about what we got coming up on the show here. We got October 1st, Crooked Pecker Boys coming in studio.
Got the Pecker Boys coming
The
to
Pecker Boys
town.
are coming in. That's going to be nighty
They're
night.
coming here?
Yeah.
I think they're staying. It's going to be really fun.
I said you guys can stay the night because that's going to be.
probably
Because
best.
we were out there a
Blackout night.
couple weeks ago. Holla.
Yeah, that was a bad. That was bad.
Oh,
They are
they
fun.
are fun boys.
Can I come just hang out?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
10-1.
Yeah.
If you want to hang out with us, you better email us at blabbermalt@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Let us know if you want to hang out. We have an annex over here. Can't stay here, but
Bring some Bud Light because Eric's gonna shotgun a couple on the show. I'm pretty
that's what he
sure.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a pretty good lineup coming up this month.
Yeah, October 15th, we're going to be out at in Wakeman at Muffleheads. And the week after, they're coming back in studio, the 22nd.
Bam, and then great event.
10/29, we're going to have the pumpkin ale tasting, and we're trying to get Cloven Hoof
Yep.
out here. So, yeah.
At least the pumpkin ale tasting is happening.
Yes.
So we need to get your 2 beers
Yes.
here for that.
Yeah, that one.
So whether you come or not, we
legit.
need to try to
I'll
get
send
some.
them.
Yeah, send them our way so we can line them up, taste them, and we'll talk about them on the show. So
And
it'll
you
be a lot
guys
of
can
fun.
lambaste us, and it'll all be good.
Yeah. If you're not here, we'll rip you.
Rip you a new one. So,
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, concerns, things we got wrong, which I'm sure the list is endless, blabbermalt@gmail.com.
yep.
Don't send the nudes here. Those go to Kim.
K.
Kim B.
Kim B.
Kim
Send the
B
nudes
at
there.
clevelandbeerwork.org. She wants them all.
We'll be collecting nudes now.
Yeah.
I don't even want it. Nope.
No. It's the opposite. You send her beer, then you get
No.
Then you get, I don't know about that. I can't promise
you get
that.
nudes. You didn't say who it was from.
True story.
True.
Oh, we can take those little things off the internet. Yeah,
No,
okay.
it was either me or you. She did
oh.
mention it earlier that she would do it, but we're not going to hold her to that. You, I will hold you to that.
For sure.
We're gonna take him
How
to
about
Fremont
just
Tap
nipples?
House. Nipples?
No nudes.
That's okay. That
Waist
might
up.
not garner any actual
Waist up.
beers, but
No, I'm just talking like that.
whoa,
Oh, there we go.
Nipples.
We're going to clip that. For sure.
that's
Yeah.
that's a freebie.
Well, they're not really boobies. They're just nipples.
There's
There's
no,
no-
those are boobies.
No.
This
nope.
is going downhill. bad.
Hey, Dave, how do you get a hold of us?
blabbermalt@gmail.com.
No,
Don't forget to like
That
and
was for my
subscribe.
boys,
Follow
Andrew.
us.
People love that.
Facebook, YouTube. We do a show every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Rain or shine. Either down here in the bunker at Club Radon or out somewhere doing some shenanigans.
next week, Cricket Pecker in studio, boys.
Yeah, that's gonna
Get
be
ready.
good. Yeah,
Here we go.
yeah.
You ready?
Who's gonna wear the pecker head?
If they bring the peckerhead,
I actually have a picture of myself in Scene magazine with the pecker head on. So in
Yeah.
the reels from Winter Warmer.
I'm just gonna say I'm tame compared to those boys.
those boys are crazy. You want to see that show?
Hey guys, look forward to seeing you next week. Until next time, stay malty, Cleveland.
That's the big thing. I